or reference, can I get them from my reference app? Yes, there are platforms that helps you in referencing. That one I'll tell you the next time because we've done enough. We have cite this for me, cite this for me, we have cite this for me. We have cite it right, cite it right online, cite it right online. Yeah, these are one of the best because when it comes to Google Scholar is always giving faulty references or outdated references. But if you are doing cite this for me, it is a good one. Any other question? What sources can one use for sourcing for materials and citations? And can one reach you out of this meeting? Yeah, basically, we'll organize on how we can have you can consult, but worry not. Sources, I'll teach you how to look for sources that you will use while you're writing. So basically, there is a way through which you can find your sources from the Google. We have sites like Google Scholar. So there are those websites you can use. There are instances that you can use articles, you can use journals, you can use past theses, you can use there are different ways that you can get sources. So getting sources is not a hard way. One of the ways to get sources is like, for example, if we were to talk about benefits of exercising to human body. The best way you can do it is you go to your Google, your Chrome, or any of your browser, and then at the end of this you can write PDF. The end of it, if you write PDF, it will give you various sources that talks about benefits of exercising to human body, and then from them you can get to understand what each of them is saying. You can read and get to internalize how you can borrow from these ideas and how to paraphrase. Another thing is, if you're doing an essay, you can always be looking for them partly. Maybe if you've gotten the first benefit of exercising, now you can go and look for it from the Google. Yeah, that is it. So before I give you a test for today, let me just show you a work that was done with APA, and then maybe if anybody has any other question they can ask, then we'll just be done. Maybe you can just drop your questions there, then we can get to understand. I can get to answer you guys. Yeah, I've gotten one that I did using APA. So you can follow keenly. This is a paper that was done using APA. I hope you guys can see. So this was a paper. The topic was the evaluation of education system in response to technological and societal changes. The paging you can see it was done here in Times New Roman. Then here it was entered 4 times, as you can see. Then here I entered twice, as you can see. Then the student full name, institution affiliation. Sorry, I never added the post full title. You need to add this one here, course full title, and then the instructor or supervisor, then the date of submission or due date. Then now you come to the body. You can see this is the topic. This one in bold, center alignment, and then there is that indent, and then I started changes in the education system of that one. I've tried to. This is the thesis statement. Changes in education system have continued relative to advancing technology and social demand. Then I written. So now This one here is in-text citation I was talking about. Based on the topic, according to Tiak and Cuban, their work in 2022, this introduced compulsory schooling laws to ensure this one and this one. And then at the end, I placed this one here. So there is the open-ended in-text citation and parenthetical or closed-ended or indent. This one here. You can put them in brackets, or you can do them this other way. So this one was the introduction part of it, and then this one was the first concept, and then these are the in-text citation. You can see them. This is the third concept, and then this is now the conclusion. This one was not an essay. Felicity Atambo, can you be told not to bold the work? No, when you are doing an APA, you have to bold it. These are the basic. This is the basic when it comes to an APA. And this one was not more of an essay. It was more of a different work. It was not more of an essay. So you do the concept, and then there is the conclusion. And then also it depends with the person you are writing to or the platform you are using to write. When you're using academia research, you have to bring in this conclusion here. But when you are doing these other ones or an essay, you don't need this one. So you see, this one I did the I did the I did the highlighting of the key concept that I wrote up here. So now this one will now depend. Everything here, how much you write depends with the number of words you have been given to write on whatever you're writing. And then now you come to the references where you come to reference number 1, reference number 2. So this one I placed it here so that I could run it on Turnitin for reports because the numbers were not enough, but it should not be that way. So which website should we use tomorrow for research? The website mainly is Google. You just use Google. So now with Google, you can go to different platforms to get what you want to do. Yeah, but I think that is enough for today for an introduction. But we are still going to do more. I'm still going to work on a few things. Then I'll give you step by step lessons so that you get to understand these things. Should the in-text citation has page numbers? Yeah, it depends. When you're doing APA, if it is an article, you can place page number where you got it exactly. But when you are using a website, you don't need to write a page number. Like for example, yeah, that is it. When you're doing when you're doing when you're using an article, you can bring in a page number. Like for example, this is a report I was doing for someone. You can see the type of in-text citations I've done here. You can see them. This is basically a website. This is basically a website that you cannot have a page number for a website. So it is basically that. This is more of a report, as you can see. That's why it is a different one altogether. And these informations were given. So that is it. Unless there is any other question. No, you don't need to number the references, Mr. Alan. I'll teach you how to do the referencing, so don't worry about referencing. For today, I was just teaching you more of the formatting, but I'll teach you about referencing, so don't worry about that. Any other question? So if there is no any other question, then Mr. Manu, you can take over.